Please click the subscribe button to empower us to continue making more video. Thank you very much.
Hello, this is video number 7, and let's talk about engagement. So, it's a known fact that people buy courses, but in order to get them to stay, you need to engage them. Now, there are 2 ways to do this. Number 1, the first way is to add quizzes to engage directly with your students. So, as we discussed when we mapped things out, remember in video number 3, we created a quiz, but we want to make sure that it's short, it's sweet, it's to the point, and it doesn't take too long. Now, you have to think, does my audience like quizzes? Because some people get overwhelmed by quizzes. So this is all about you knowing your audience better than me. So if that's the case, you may not want to do quizzes. The second way is to have a community. People will stay longer when they don't feel that they are alone. A lot of times people pay more money to be part of a community. So if you don't have quizzes, you definitely want to have a community. Now, you can achieve this by creating a forum. And you can actually do this within Learndash. So you can do both. You can do quizzes and forums. Now, let's discuss how to go about doing this, all right? So to create a quiz, all you have to do is simply click on quizzes, and this is the quizzes section. You can either create a new quiz or you can edit an existing one. Now, as you can see, you can create the quiz, you can assign it to an author, you can assign it to a course. Each quiz will have a unique shortcode that you can simply copy and paste that into a page. Now, let's just click on edit here for the sake of showing you a populated quiz. And we can see quiz page. It says final quiz like that. So that's just the basics. And then we click on settings. And this allows you to add it to an associated course, associated lesson. You can have quiz prerequisites. And you can have a passing score. Now, bear in mind, like I said earlier, if this is a group of people that may get overwhelmed if they get the quiz wrong and they can't move forward, that's something that you need to take into consideration. So if the passing score is 80 and your student continues to take the quiz, but they keep on getting like a 50, that could create a problem. So maybe you just want to do a fun quiz and do a passing score of 0, for example, or 10, something low. So that's just something to keep in mind. Now we've got a quiz certificate, so you can create certificates for that particular quiz. So for example, if this were an exam for something, you could give them a certificate for completing that exam. So obviously, if that was the case, you can definitely up the passing score to something higher. And of course, once you create your quiz, and that's pretty self-explanatory, but once you do that, you can simply add it to the course builder, and that's it. Now, of course, the second option is to create a community with, it could be a forum or it could be a commenting system. So to do that, you will need to have an add-on. If you go to Learndash add-ons under third party, you will want to install the BuddyPress for Learndash. So it says BuddyPress for Learndash integrates the Learndash LMS plugin with BuddyPress so that you can add groups, forums, members activity to your courses. So you'll need to install that. And then next, what you want to do is you want to go to groups. You want to create a new group, name the group here, add a description, and then you simply scroll down and you can assign the admin. It says enable. If you enable this, automatically group enrollment when a user enrolls into a course. So you can say anybody who takes a specific course will be automatically added to this group. Now, when you create a group, you can automatically install, delete that, delete. Right here, you can specify, okay, these are courses that have access to a certain group. So like I mentioned earlier, if you want to have one group for all of the classes, you can simply add all of these right here. Now, if you want to have an individual group that is focused for biology, a different group for chemistry, economics, and so forth and so on, you can do that individually as well. Now, after that, you can assign a admin and the users. Now, Learndash, like I said earlier, provides a lot of information on how to set up forums, how to do all these different types of features that you might want to do. So with that said, let's move on to the next video.
Please click the subscribe button to empower us to continue making more video. Thank you very much.
Okay, just want to say congratulations. You've reached the end of this course. This is, of course, video number 8, and this is about prestige and fun. So, telling somebody congrats, you finished the course in the form of a certificate can go a long way. So as you can imagine, most online courses don't have certificates. And if they do, a lot of times they don't have custom certificates with the person's name on them. So people's name is very, very important. You know, acknowledging people, giving them acknowledgement, prestige, and making things fun can actually go a long way. It's a known fact that people feel more connected when they are acknowledged. So, for example, studies have shown that in terms of jobs, people prefer being acknowledged a lot of times more than earning extra money. So a lot of times initially they think, oh, okay, I'm earning lots of money, but if you get into a job and you hate it, you're not being acknowledged, your boss, yells at you all the time, then it's not fun. And you're constantly thinking, how can I get out of this situation? But there's been studies showing where companies will purposely try to, acknowledge people like good job, great job, or let's model this person's success. Let's, do this and do that. And it brings them up so that they're not just acknowledged, but they feel valuable. So it gives them a sense of value, of prestige, and that they are set apart. In this case, from people who are taking the course. So maybe you can have a leaderboard. You can show people who have completed the course and maybe people who are highly engaged in your community. And you can do this with integration with GammaPress.com. So in other words, adding gamification in the form of badges, maybe they've earned, can actually go a long way and can also add to the fun and prestige. So that's what we mean by fun and prestige. So let's discuss how you can go about integrating these two elements. So let's start things off with adding certificates to the system. So in order to do that, you can go to google.com, you can type in certificates, school blank, Pixabay, or whatever you want. So Pixabay is a site where you can find a lot of royalty-free images that you can use. So in other words, you don't have to pay any money to use these images. Now, when you look for a course certificate template, you want to find a template that doesn't have a lot of words, because what you're going to eventually do is you're going to place text on top of the image. So whenever somebody completes a course, what the system will do is it'll auto-generate, put their name or whatever you want here into the template. So it's okay to have some words, but you do want to have some bare spots. So for example, if you had a certificate that had a lot of words like this, that would not work. So all you need to do is simply download one of these. So let's go back up here. And I actually downloaded one earlier and I uploaded it as an example. But if you go over here and you can click on Add New Certificate, but I actually went ahead and did it here. So click on Edit. What you need to do is simply scroll down. You select the featured image as that image. All right, so once you do that, you click on Update, and then you need to go back to the courses. And the reason why is because under the courses, there's a section for, in the settings, if we go back to the courses here, that will allow you to connect the certificate to the course. So let's go to courses, let's click on Edit, and we'll go to the settings. So click on settings here. And it says course certificate. All right, so once you have uploaded that image, you need to go back to the courses. You need to go under the settings here and click the drop down menu. And as you can see, it says test 1. So test 1 was the certificate. So I click that, click on update. So now whenever somebody completes that course, they will get the certificate that we created with auto-generated information on that certificate. So once you've done that, you can simply go back to the certificate section. You click on Edit right here, and we get sent back here. Once you do that and you click on Visual, the certificate will show up. Now, here's what you're going to need to do. The reason why you want to have an empty space here is because you are going to need to move your mouse eventually over here. Now, you can't do that. You kind of have to move it up here first. And then you can move things around like so. Now, if you're wondering where in the world did I get this information? So what you need to do is scroll to the top under Learndash shortcodes. You click on user meta, and then it says field. So what you need to do is select user first name, user last name. So these are elements that you can add to the certificate. So if we did first name, which we actually did earlier, and it did last name, so we'll just do first name, click on insert shortcode. What that will do is it'll insert the shortcode wherever your mouse is. So in this case, we have first name. Now the user isn't going to see this text. So whenever the certificate is generated, they're going to see their name. So you could say, congratulations on completing this course, first name, last name, and that's it. So that's basically how to do it. It's really easy. It's not complex at all. Really what takes time is finding a certificate or even creating one that looks nice. And of course, once you're done, you simply click on update, and that's it. Now, in terms of gamification and making things fun, you'll need to go to add-ons, and we'll need to find the GammaPress, which is, it should be under third party. And there it is. So I'm not going to do it now, but you can simply click on install now. And of course, I talked about GammaPress.com in the previous videos, so you should have already seen that. With GammaPress, you can start out with the free add-ons first, check out the pro add-ons, and pick and choose what you want. Don't go all out, because otherwise that will definitely overwhelm you. And that's it.
Please click the subscribe button to empower us to continue making more videos. Thank you very much.